What's wrong?
I'm trying to study for my history exam.
What, really? What's it on?
It's on hunter-gatherers and farmers in prehistoric times and which was the better way of life.
Maybe I can help you. Let's see. "150,000 years ago, the Earth cooled and we entered the last Ice Age. The Ice Age was the last great era of globalization. Culturally, all of the people on the planet at this time practiced the same kind of religion, took part in similar ways of material art, and used similar hunter-gatherer techniques. Foragers inhabited planet Earth at this time. However, as the Earth emerged from the Ice Age after more than a century, the people shifted to practicing husbandry. They stopped trapping and killing animals and began to breed them while cultivating crops."
Let's find out which way of life was better. Did you know hunting was practiced millions of years ago? But in the earliest hunts, man would only catch small prey.
After millions of years, humans learned methods of killing prey. Hunters would kill larger prey like mammoths and leopards by throwing rocks at them, until they created weapons like spears and arrows. Remember that scene from the movie Year One?
I hope the hunter-gatherers were a little more skilled in using weapons than him. It makes sense that they tried to capture bigger animals. They had a lot of fat, which kept them warm during cold periods. Look at this. It shows prehistoric hunters carrying back what prey they could. However, the dead animals would decay.
But Cindy, you need to remember that prehistoric humans did not have refrigerators, nor did they know that salt could preserve food. A lot of their food rotted, so it was extremely important to live where they could hunt, collect, and eat food. For many years, meat was eaten raw, until finally, mankind developed the tame flame by accident, and cooking the fire was discovered.
Men may have been the main hunters, but women were the most important gatherers. During the prehistoric era, women looked for what was edible and what was not. Women looked primarily for edible roots, green plants, nuts, berries, and small animals they encountered.
The people during this time would share labor by specializing in different tasks.
So do you think hunting was better?
Well, that's tough. Hunter-gatherer communities were as large as resources allowed. This time is often referred to as an age of affluence because human groups could be large and were supported by massive hunting campaigns. Great, now you know the basics about hunting.
Yeah, now let's move on to farming.
There are a lot of theories on why people switched from gathering to agriculture. The first theory is population pressure. Population growth and overexploitation of wild foods. Once farming started, people could not abandon plants without a catastrophe. The outcome of abundance explains that as temperature rose, oases opened up where different species congregated. Humans discovered they could domesticate animals that would otherwise be rivals, enemies, or prey.
That's really interesting.
Wait, there's more. Some historians claim that politics played an important part, too. Food confers power and prestige. It can symbolize identity and generate rituals. In hierarchically organized societies, elites nearly always demanded more food that they could eat to show off their wealth. Feasting can generate huge increases in demand. It can celebrate collective identity or cement relations with other communities.
I agree. It says here that religion might have also contributed to farming. Agriculture may have originated as a fertility rite or enclosure as an act of reverence of a sacred plant. In exchange for labor, the god provided nourishment.
New conditions encouraged people to rely on grains and perhaps try to increase the amount of edible wheat. Gatherers kept good stock and maintained lifestyles going under the impact of climate change. After so much change, people just sought stability in farming.
So Bob, after reading all of this, which one do you think was better?
It's debatable, but my opinion is that even though hunters had a more stable society, farming allowed feeding a larger population because of the increase in food supply. Also, strong states developed due to the complex technologies. Farming was the basis for a new way of life, which we all call civilization.
That's true. However, hunting took less labor, and their food supply was much more stable because hunter-gatherers moved in response to environmental changes. Also, they shared labor, and they had little impact on the environment.
I guess you could say both hunter-gatherers and farmers had their own advantages. Both still exist today, so they must be doing something right.
Thanks, Bob. I'm definitely going to ace this exam tomorrow.
You're welcome, but now you're going to have to help me with math tomorrow.